9 people told you the presentation was good. 1 person said it ran a bit long. Guess which sentence you're still carrying around 3 days later? That imbalance isn't insecurity, and it isn't a personality flaw. It's one of the most consistent findings in the whole of psychology, and it has a name. In 2001, a group of researchers published a paper with a title that basically summarizes the field. Bad is stronger than good. What they'd done was gather findings from across psychology, relationships, learning, memory, first impressions, emotions, money, looking for exceptions, places where good things had more impact than bad things of the same size. They found almost none. Bad feedback affects you more than good feedback. Bad events stay in memory longer. A bad first impression is harder to reverse than a good one. Losing money hurts more than gaining it. One bad interaction damages a relationship more than one good interaction repairs it. Across domain after domain, the same asymmetry. Negative things simply weigh more, and it isn't small. In relationship research, the widely cited ratio for a stable relationship is around 5 positive interactions for every negative one. Not 1 to 1, 5 to 1, just to stay a level. So why is your brain built like this? Because for most of human history, the two kinds of mistakes had wildly different consequences. If you missed something good, a bit of food, a friendly stranger, you were fine. Disappointing, but survivable. If you missed something bad, a predator, a poison berry, a hostile group, you didn't get a second attempt. A brain that weights bad things more heavily makes more errors overall, but survives more. So that's the brain that got passed down to every single one of us. The consequence is that you're running threat detection hardware in an environment made almost entirely of social feedback and email. The system is doing exactly what it evolved to do. It's just aimed at a colleague's offhand comment instead of a predator. And notice how it behaves. Negative information gets processed faster, remembered longer, and given more explanatory weight. You don't decide to dwell on the criticism. It gets promoted automatically, before you have any say in it. Kafia runs a small bakery. She gets, on average, glowing reviews. Genuinely, dozens of them, people saying lovely things about the cakes and the place and her. Then someone left 2 stars. The complaint was that the coffee was lukewarm. She thought about that review for 6 weeks. She rewrote her coffee process. She checked the page daily. Her husband pointed out that in the same period she'd received about 40 positive reviews, several of them detailed and moving. She'd read those once. She could quote the 2-star one from memory. The interesting part is that she wasn't distorting anything, she knew the numbers. She could tell you the ratio precisely. She just couldn't make the good ones weigh what they should. This matters because it means your emotional read on almost any situation is systematically skewed. And you'll experience that skew as accuracy. You don't feel like you're overweighting the criticism. You feel like you're being realistic, and the 9 compliments feel like politeness, while the 1 critique feels like the truth finally coming out. Once you know the bias exists, you can stop treating that feeling as evidence. It's a known measurement error in the instrument. It also changes how you treat other people. If bad interactions weigh roughly 5 times as much, then 1 sharp comment doesn't get cancelled by 1 kind one, you're several kind ones behind. That's not a reason for guilt, it's a reason to be deliberate about repair. And it explains something about the world you're living in. Every feed, headline, and notification is competing for attention, and negative content wins that competition automatically. Nobody has to be malicious for your information environment to be relentlessly negative. The bias does it on its own. There's one more consequence, and it's the one that quietly costs people the most. Negativity bias doesn't just distort how you feel, it distorts what you decide to do next. If 1 harsh comment outweighs a room full of good ones, then the safest strategy is to stop putting things in front of rooms. Post less, share less, volunteer less. Not through a conscious decision, just a slow drift away from anything that generates feedback. And that drift is invisible, because nothing dramatic happens. You just gradually stop doing the things where someone might say something. Which means the real cost isn't the sting of the criticism. It's everything you quietly stopped attempting in order to avoid it. Here's how to work with this. Step 1. Apply the 5 to 1 correction consciously. When one negative thing is dominating, deliberately recall 5 real positive ones. Not to cheer yourself up, to correct a known weighting error with actual data. Step 2. Write the good ones down. Positive feedback is processed shallowly and lost fast. Negative feedback needs no help staying. A note on your phone of things people actually said gives you something to hold up against a bias that keeps no record on your side. Step 3. Read the ratio, not the item. When something negative lands, ask what proportion it represents. 1 in 40 is information about one person. It is not information about you. Step 4. Assume you're several repairs behind. After a sharp exchange, one nice gesture doesn't level it. Knowing the arithmetic makes you repair properly instead of assuming it's settled. Step 5. Curate your inputs on purpose. Your attention will be pulled toward negative content whether or not it's important, because pull is the whole mechanism. Choosing what you consume is the only place you get real leverage. If this explained why 1 comment sticks and 9 don't, there's more where that came from. Subscribe for psychology that changes your life, one simple idea at a time.